What is going on? I don't even know. Oh, I always like when the all right sound. See, this is why I hadn't started yet. That's why I'm just chilling. Just literally, I'm kind of. I don't want to say I'm bored because what I was saying. Can you hear me now? Thumbs up or something. Uh, because what I was saying was, um, crap. What was I saying? Oh, good, good, good. Well, one I was saying I haven't had a day off. Like I technically I even worked last Wednesday because I got off at like 6 in the morning, but I haven't been off since last Wednesday. And then even Wednesday I worked at 6 in the morning and then went in on Thursday. So I haven't been in studio, but I don't know. I just wanted to kind of BS. If my volume's good, let me know. I might yell, get excited. Um, but yeah. Also, if you're not bored or if you're bored and you want to join, anybody want to join? Let me know. Hit me up. Either text me. I got my phone somewhere. Ugh. I'll send out links. We can BS a little bit. Um, and yeah, anyway, just kind of BSing. Dude, so I had so much FOMO about the Sturgis rally that like I'm like, no matter what, I gotta go next year. It's ridiculous. Just the amount of people that are there, the relationships that you can make, the elbows that you could bump. You know, now granted, we did the Legends tour, and the Legends tour made it all worth it, in my opinion, I guess. But even as much as I missed the Legends tour, I still had FOMO. So many of my friends are out there, but we're getting to the next thing. I haven't been in studio. That's what I was actually saying, is that I haven't been in studio for a while. And I was started to get in here to edit. I was going to just show you guys. So I was going to quickly try to edit this little. Oh, hang on. Let me back up this a little. This is my shout out to my members. And right here, right there's Jason boy. Do you guys like that I do this? I know that I've always said it, but do you guys like that I shout out the members? I appreciate you guys all so much. Obviously I love to just shout you guys out. I will say that sometimes they drop off and sometimes you guys add, and like it's it's like the new month, you're like, nah, not yet. And so I'm always having to update this. It sounds so dumb, but I feel so bad if I miss somebody. But yeah, but the Sturgis thing, talking about Sturgis, go back to Sturgis real quick. Man, there is so many people that are freaking hating. They're saying that it was dead. It was an off year, 86 or whatever, that it was dead. It was just not worth it. Nobody was going. I heard that it was really expensive, and then the cops are on another level. Do you think it's time? Matt, it would be me that would start something like this. Do you think it's time we find a new location for a motorcycle rally? Okay, could you just imagine like taking over Spirit Lake, Iowa? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, yeah. Yeah, I know, Larry. I know you did, bro. We talked about trying to go out for a weekend, then we never talked. And then I was supposed to go to literally, man, I'll be honest with you guys. Like the day before, I was gonna go. Matter of fact, Chris from Albuquerque, she booked thinking I was going. To be fair, she texted me and I was like, yeah, I'm going. And man, last second, literally or like 2 seconds before I made the decision, I can't go. And I'm actually gutted. This was the year, like all my people. I mean, BC Customs had a bike painted on display at the Indian booth. You know, TNA had 3 bikes on display at the Indian booth. Obviously, Ride Culture's BC Custom Painted Scout was there. Yeah, Kevin's Folds bike was there. So it's like, and that was all on Lozelle, which I feel like our circle, our community right here really hit it out the park. And I should have been there. I should have been there to promote it. I just couldn't swing it. And then the last second, and there's so much dramatics behind all this. And if some of you guys probably know, some of you guys don't, but man, like I really just, I tried to pull it off last second, and then it was a no, and whatever. I came home and I actually ended up working. So talk about like reverse reverts suck, right? You're like, oh, I want to go, I can't go. Now I not only can I not go, I'm freaking working. So that freaking sucks. But yeah, hey, so Indian Motorcycle dropped the what is it called? The Sturgis Edition Chief Vintage. I know a lot of people are liking that. That was one of the biggest complaints I heard about that bike, was that there was no 2 colors. There was no cream and brown. It was all black. So that was kind of cool that they did that. I like that they numbered it, which is, I think they did. By the way, Jason and I, we did a couple of videos each, talking about the crap, what were they called? Those limited editions. What are they? Signature series. We talked about the Signature series. And one thing I didn't realize was that they weren't numbered, which is that is a miss. That's a miss, definitely. Indian Motorcycle, you missed that one. You made 50 of something and you didn't number it. That's a huge miss. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. All right, so I'm checking out the comments. Okay, so yeah, Jason, let's see, a long weekend, but to take care of some down vehicles. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of that kind of stuff right now. It's a lot of, hey, if you guys are bored and you want to send a link, I can send an invite link. Yeah. Oh, the podcasters themselves, the main guys, the 3-hour podcast, we're live from Indian Motorcycle of Sturgis. Throttle and Iron is in the house. They're in the comment section. What's up, guys? Yeah, hey, I private text you guys. Well, I'm gonna say you guys in this general, but it was Chris. And I said that you guys had a great podcast, 3 hours. Like I was editing that day and I kept pausing, so I was getting behind. But yeah, you guys did a great job. It was really fun to listen. You guys like just power. By the way, what you need to do, and I'm going to tell you what you need to do like I'm somebody, but you need to take the time when you get back to the house and you need to just cut those up and drop them as videos of each individual one. That's what I would do if I were you guys, because 3 hours is a long time to like person to sit through, and they may or may not have missed something. I didn't miss something, just to be clear. I did not. But it might be cool to just see the Mike Kennedy interview or just see the Jess Rips or just see whatever. By the way, I got to shout out Chris. Marty, he did a great job. I just got to shout out his questions. You know, by the way, I heard Riding Fish come out of his mouth. That was kind of cool. You know, some people talk about me when I'm not around, and I'm always like, why the heck are you talking about me? Some people, but not you guys and not Chris. You guys are always we're all family. It's so much fun. So, yeah, it was, oh, you're good. You started this morning. Good. And you should. It should be pretty cool to do that. You guys really need to. It was awesome. Are you guys going to be live tomorrow? Let's promote real quick. Max number 2. Yeah, but Max like on a calm level. He didn't freak out whenever somebody didn't name Thunderstrokes Forever. Yeah. So let's see here. We got a few people in the house. Anybody, again, I'm just going to say it. You don't have to, but if anybody wants to come in. I'm planning on kind of doing this for a while. And if it slows down, I might just edit and maybe start live editing. I think that might be interesting. It might be boring for you guys, but like I said, I'm just doing this little video. Like I got it here and it's kind of like the start.
And now motorcycles, baby. So thanks to Sean and Derek.
Dude, Sean and Derek, hang on, just to shout this out real quick. So okay, spicy candy. 60 days counting. 60 days I haven't been on spicy. She got left in Colorado. And originally we thought it was the fuel pump, which by the way, it was the fuel pump. The fuel pump was bad. In between the time of getting fixed with the fuel pump and them clearing it, Indian Motorcycle of Denver not claimed, there is a huge issue. They told me this issue did not exist when I dropped it off, is what they said. They said when we were diagnosing the fuel pump, this issue did not exist. So I thought that was interesting. And so now 60 days. So we thought the fuel pump, I booked tickets. The plan was Minnow and I were going to fly to Denver. We were going to pick up Spicy. We were going to ride to the Black Hills and Wyoming and just kind of hang out and then come home. Just kind of the cool stuff. Right. And after that, the whole catastrophic disaster is going on. So we don't really exactly know quite yet. So in the meantime, Indian Motorcycle of Pikes Peak, or Pikes Peak Indian Motorcycle, they went and picked up the bike and they brought it down to Colorado Springs for me, and they're doing some work. So that bike will be done. It's some top head stuff. Like, you guys, I'll get into it later, but we're at day over 60. I haven't had Spicy. Anyway, so my tickets were booked, and we're going to go visit family in Wyoming. So before I didn't realize my bike was done, I had reached out to Derek, and Derek been a huge supporter. No lie. Last year he went to Pikes Peak Indian Motorcycle and he did their anniversary party with us. But he only had a day. So he literally came from Wyoming all the way to Colorado Springs and then back in a day. So I was like, dude, that's legit. That's pretty freaking legit that he would do that. And then he went to Durango, which we all know I was in Durango. Jason, you were with me in Durango. A great event. He came down for 2 days. But what I'm forgetting to tell you guys is that life was so freaking busy that I didn't get to actually hang out with Derek very much. So when he went to Durango, his dad came down, which is Sean, and I met him for just a little bit, and then they dipped out. So when I knew I was going to Wyoming, that's their region. So I was like, hey, we might as well have dinner, do something, So I reached out. I said, hey, we're going to be riding through blah, blah, blah. And then I had to cancel on him. I'm like, hey, bro, I'm not riding through. I'm a liar. And my bike's not done. And I dropped a valve and I don't know yet. And I think I'm going to have to do a whole new 112 in there, whatever I'm going to do. It's all crazy. And his dad goes, hey, dude, I got a Victory cross country. If you want to join it or you want to borrow it and ride around, if you're good with the Victory. I'm like, good with the Victory. I freaking love Victories. So, keeping all the details out of it a little bit, Sean ended up letting Minnow and I freaking borrow, here, I'll throw this on there, this beautiful, beautiful cross country. Look at that. Look at that. It was so sick. It was a lot of fun. I will say it's kind of like getting in a C4 Corvette, maybe a C5. You get in a C5 Corvette and you're like, damn, this thing is awesome, right? And then you get in a C8 and you're like, oh, I can see a little bit of the differences. You know what I mean? So like, just the technology, it's the net. You could tell it's the previous generation from a Challenger, but man, we had a lot of fun and we freaking ripped this bad boy. Like, I'm trying to look at us, just having a good time. Derek has, or I think I have his bike right here. So this is what his dad rode. His dad rode a Victory Hammer. So we got that big old, look at the size of that. Hang on. Look at the size of, oh, you can't see it on our screen? Oh, my bad. Here, let's pull that down. Yeah, look at the size of that rear tire though. That's a fatty boy. So yeah, he ripped on that. We ended up doing, I shout this out too. We did 500 freaking miles that first day from Wyoming, and we took the long way, ended up going, oh yeah. Oh, what's that? I don't know what that speed is in Mexico. It's not that much, like 80 only. But yeah, we did 500 miles. So Minnow freaking, she's a boss. If any of you guys know her, my daughter she's second level, second to none. I mean, oh, and this guy. Okay, so this dude right here, this guy right here, I gotta shout him out too. So this is actually my uncle, and he is a freaking just an awesome guy, and he rides this bike, which is the Indian Roadmaster. Just a great dude. So him and I were talking, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go visit Derek and Sean. They live a couple hours away. I was like, and then we're gonna go to the Black Hills. If you want to go, hit me up, you know. And he's like, let's go. So he ended up going in the 4 bikes. So Sean and then my uncle on his Roadmaster, Derek on his Challenger. Here, I should rerun. Oh, look at it. Look at it. By the way, hang on, time out for a second. I got to tell you guys. So I'm going to make this bigger. Time out for a second. So Derek, I didn't get a good look at his Challenger, and I hadn't seen it before this because he rides a Scout mostly. But he was riding, and I was like, damn, that bike sounds so good. It's a toast pipe. Hang on. Hey, if I play this, can you guys hear it? I think so. Just let me know real quick. Please leave a comment if you can hear that. Only because I yeah, because if you can hear it, then I might play a little bit of the sounds or whatever. All right, let's see what you guys hear. Skip Sturgis to go on the Legends Never Die tour. Hey, Max, bro, first of all, thanks for being here. Second of all, hell yeah, you did. You did every mile. By the way, in the podcast the other day, you were saying something like, I've been there. We're going to have to trailer my bike. Bro, did you just forget you rode across the country? Oh, you can't hear it? Okay, cool. That's okay that you can't hear it. But thank you, Larry. Just trust me, it sounds good. Okay, I was just trying to sound it. Oh, a little bit. I wonder if I turn up the volume. Here, let me try it again. Let's try it one more time real quick, just for fun. Even the wind noise or anything. Let me know if you guys can hear it. Obviously.
He almost threw me off the back of this bike before.
Well, teach your ass to hold on.
Sure did.
So if you let me know if you can hear that. But yeah, so Chris, Max, you must have forgot you just rode the freaking whole Legends Never Die tour, dude. And like, you don't need to freaking what do you call it? Oh crap, messed that up. There we go. Oh, that might work. And so you don't need to say you need to freaking trailer or anything, bro. You're fine. You're fine. We're not trying to hear that. I can't tell if that's a thumbs up or a poop emoji. Oh, that's a thumbs up. Okay, so I'm guessing you can hear it a little bit. Good looking out, bro. Good look. It's definitely not a poop emoji, but it's a thumbs up. Oh man, Larry, bro, like it's so fun. I don't know why we only hang out once a year. Maybe because we will break the internet or something if we do. And by the way, we're always low key. Whenever we do videos together, we chill out just a little bit, and freaking, but in person when the cameras are not off, me and Larry, bro, like we are trying to break the universe. Okay, things happen. That's all I'm saying. This is why we're not allowed to do too much. Speaking of doing too much, which is Larry, but we're okay. Day 60. So my bike's going to be finished. I don't know when, but I will be flying to Colorado, and when I fly to Colorado, or I'm going to fly in on the 10th, super late, doesn't really matter. On the 11th, I'm going to host a ride to the top of Pikes Peak Indian Motorcycle. So September 11th, it's a Friday. It's going to be a great deal. So listen to this idea. Hang on. Am I looking kind of, yeah. See, that's off. That's too bright. Bring that down a little bit. Color it up. Sometimes I look super red and I don't know why. Anyway, but what do you call it? So then we're going to meet at the dealership. We're going to then ride up to the top of Pikes Peak Indian Motorcycle. Sorry, the mountain, Pikes Peak Mountain. We're going to hang out for a little bit. We're going to come down. And then I'm not sure what we'll do in the middle of the day. You can do whatever you want. The dealership will be open, hang out. But then at 6, after the dealership closes, after they close. Now, if you want to hear about a bike night, this is about to go down. 6 to 9 is the bike night at Pikes Peak Indian Motorcycle. They're going to have a cigar lounge. I'm probably going to go there. They are, food trucks. I'm not sure everything. That part's not my event. I'm just going to be there for the fun and the ride. And then the next day, which is September 12th, Saturday, it is an all day. I say all day. I think it starts at like 11 or noon, but the official start 11 or noon. And then, yeah, I think they might have a band, biker games, food trucks. I think they're raffling off a Indian Springfield. They're doing all kinds of stuff. And that's their 7th year anniversary party. So, yeah, pretty cool. By the way, I just want to shout out my friends at Mateer Law, motorcycle lawyers. I met them in Durango. Big supporters of people in Colorado. They support all the bikers in Colorado, and they're supporting my ride. So they're there for us. Yeah, pretty cool. Let's see. Okay, hang on. Here we go. Ruin Seeker Moto says, I'm going. Larry, are you in? Hey, I'm just saying there are some cheap ass hotels next to the deal. And if you guys know anything about me, hey, give me a thumbs up right now in the comments. Fish could stay at cheap hotels. That's all I'm saying. So if I say there's some affordable stuff, you guys know that I don't waste my money on one night stays. But yeah, Larry, so so I'm not being super there we go. Hey, this is it, baby. This is it. This is the worst news of it all. Brian, that weekend is the same weekend as the Southern IMRG get together. It is the Grand Junction, Colorado. Yes. And I have lots of friends that are from Grand Junction. Great people. And matter of fact, we see each other in Durango every year. Sometimes they come to Pikes Peak when I come out. It is unfortunate that the planning of that overlapped like that, because yeah, for all those reasons. One is I would have, by the way, just be straight out, this year there's no more trips involved really. But yeah, hey, what are you doing right now, Larry? You want to come on this live? I'll send you a link. I gotta figure out how to send the link because I don't remember. Where's my invite link? If you want, no, what is it called? It's a referral link, not that. Larry's working. Larry, what are you really working? Anyway, guys, the Southern IMRG, I'm sure that's going to be a great event. The Grand Junction IMRG is freaking fabulous. I love a lot of those guys, and the ones I don't, I'm sure I do because I've only heard great things. Hopefully in the future we can get those where they're not the same time, and so maybe we could lead it up. What if not? I have a say. Not that I have a say, but if I had a say, I'd love to have them more like a back-to-back, so you can kind of do both per se somehow, right? So like a person like me could come and do both, but usually Pikes Peak Indian Motorcycle and myself, we work really close together. Tito and the Ceballos family, they're like genuine, really good friends of mine. So when I can support their anniversary parties, I'm always happy. This year, talk about meant to be. Like at the office. This guy's a liar. But talk about meant to be. I had already told Tito and them that I wasn't planning on coming down to their party. I didn't foresee it happening. Obviously, I don't know everything. So I'm coming out, baby, and then I'm going to ride home. Oh my God, I'm so sweaty. Guys, I turned my AC off. My basement's usually not hot. I don't know what's going on today. Man, Larry, hang on. I'm going to do this next one because this is for you. Larry is crazy. I love him and he makes me laugh, but he is crazy. Man, that's Max. That's Max talking right there. You guys, by the way, it is 3:30 in the afternoon on a freaking Monday. You ain't working that hard. I freaking love you, but you ain't working that hard. Hey, listen, I can handle Eric. I can handle Larry. I can handle Jason. I can handle Max. I can handle all you fools. Okay. I knew you were gonna text me, Larry. I knew you were gonna text me, bro. How did I know? I looked right at my phone quick. Hey, God, I'm gonna see what you sent me. And if it's something, this fool. Hang on a second. He sends me a picture of Eric. That looks like a mug shot, dog. Put that in Chat GPT. Talk about make this a mug shot. Hang on. I'm gonna try it. Where's my Chat GPT? Like I said, hey guys, we just here to BS today. You can ask me anything you want. Like there's some hot takes right now about Indian motorcycle, Harley Davidsons. Can you make this a mug shot? And then add a photo, add this, boom. I should put this as the thumbnail for the video. Hey God, it's thinking. It's not gonna think very hard. This just going. Oh, I know you guys are probably like listening to this. Hey, Max, rate my podcast right now. If this was a podcast, you'd be like, well, what was it you were talking about on Tuesday? Oh, there's no eating on there's no eating on air. You're breaking all the rules. Your Chat GPT is like too easy. Find real picture. Even put Ramsey County. What? Hey God. Add name Eric. Do you spell Eric with a K or a C? I'd hate to do it to you wrong. Hey God, I'm gonna download this, send it to myself. I'm putting it as a thumbnail. This is the thumbnail. Meet Eric. I freaking love all you guys. I know people are coming and going and dropping off. Everybody's doing their stuff. I don't really care. Here we go. Hey God, I'll there we go. Does it look backwards? Hang on, let me just send it to myself. That's so funny. Let's see if I can figure out how to do this on the fly, real fast. But anyway, yeah, dude. So I'm not being super from last week. I'm not being super public, just so everybody knows, on my ride home because I gotta get home. So, I mean, I'll be public the whole other part of the time. But my ride home is like I gotta go. So when I do leave Pikes Peak or Colorado Springs, I'm literally just gonna enter in fastest way home, and whatever that takes me is gonna be the direction that I go. And and I'm gonna go like quick. So yeah, just so you guys know. Hang on, I'm gonna say and ha a lot right now because I'm trying to get I'll pull you guys over here. I'm trying to pull this up real fast. But yeah, so when I do leave Colorado Springs, I'm gonna dip out. But I'd love to have all you guys there, everybody. By the way, spread the word. I did make an event on Facebook. If you guys could share the event, so that way maybe people I'm gonna tell you guys something else about YouTube in just like 2 seconds. That I have to tell you that you're going to be like, I don't know what you're going to say, but it's crazy. I'm quickly closing in on 21,000 subs. These last 1,000 have taken forever. It's crazy, actually, how many this last set of the the last set of 1,000 feel like they've just taken freaking forever. It's crazy, but I don't know it. Let's see. Trying to figure out how to get this picture sent. Everything's all pissed off right now. So I haven't used this program in a real long time. And did you request a one-time code? Yeah, that was me. And so right now all my like security system is going freaking crazy. There we go. All right. Download. Boom. Okay, now pull this back over here. All right, sorry guys. I know that was crazy. Let's see here. Boom. Image file. That. Oh, shoot. That's not the one I was looking for. That is Mateer. These are the guys, Mateer Motorcycle Lawyers. Like I said, they've been super supportive when they found out that I was coming back to Colorado. And yeah, we talked a lot. This is not what I meant to do, by the way. I'm gonna leave it up for just a second, but so when they found out I was coming back, they called me and they said, "Hey, can we be a part of this?" So we're talking about doing some giveaways, whatever. They did a lot of giveaways in Durango, so that was kind of like an idea that I had. It'd be fun to do some giveaways, like at Pikes Peak, on top of Pikes Peak, whoever made it back down from Pikes Peak. You know, so there's some things coming on this one. Maybe they'll help provide some food and stuff, whatever. We're working on that. So just so we all know where we're standing. Uh-oh. I bet I just lost everybody. There. Whew, that was stressful for a second. But yeah, so anyway, so shout out to Mateer for that. So they are like sponsoring, supporting me and my ride. All right, hang on. I'm trying to pull up something specific for everybody. I don't think it's this one. That's not. That's the same one I just did twice. Why is it not popping up? Why is it not popping up? I told you guys we're just chilling today. So okay. All right, so let's back this out and pull this up, and now pull this up. It's not coming up. Why isn't it coming up, bro? What is going on here? That's definitely not it. This is super annoying. Whatever. Like I said, this was no stress. This was no stress today. Downloads. Oh yeah, it's right there. EO. So what if I move this over here, and then I come over here, hit this over here. If I could drag and drop into there, maybe. Nope, none of those. Whatever, this is worth it. I don't even care. This is worth it. Oh, what if I do this? What if I do that over here? I don't want to stop sharing. I really just want to put this freaking picture of him up. Why can't I find you? This is so annoying. Well, Larry, I think you got lucky, bro. I think you got lucky. Hang on. So what if I do this, though? What if I do stop sharing, start, share screen, boom. Have you guys seen this man anywhere? I lost everybody during that, and you know what? I don't care. It was part of it. It was worth it. Who's still in here? Is Mike on? I don't see Mike. I haven't seen Mike. My bad. I was so focused on trying to get Larry on the screen, bro. It was worth it. It was worth it. I don't even care. It was worth it. I might still go back at it, but I'm just saying it was freaking worth it. So everybody can freaking see it. Let's see here. Okay, so hey, from California, boy. That's right. Or well, you said China-fornia. Where, you know, I'm from SoCal. I don't know if you know that. I don't know if you know that or not, but I am from SoCal. I grew up I bounced around between Ocean Beach, California, and El Centro, California, which is all very southern. So yeah, where you from? What part of Cali? All right, hey, somebody should we shake the world up? You guys should ask me some stuff. Oh, invite a guest. There we go. All right, so I can invite people. So if anybody wants to join, anybody, I don't care. I can always just cut you out. How about SF9NR from Cali? You want to come on the show? Let's talk a little bit, find out where you're from. Or Max. I know Eric's working supposedly, but let's see. I'm trying to do this. Windows here, share, and then remove it. Okay, cool. But yeah, dude, that was pretty funny. I'll send that to you. I knew you was work. I knew you weren't really working. Let's see here. Maybe you need to hang out with Chris and have him show you a few things. Well, me and hang on. First of all, we use different things. Second of all, we could both use the same tech guy, right? And I don't use live anything at all. I haven't done a lot of lives in years. I mean, I did a lot when I was with Indian Rider Radio a couple years ago. I don't know if you guys remember that or not. I know some of you guys do, but yeah, I know when I thought I lost you guys, I was like, that's a bummer. Max liked it. Max thought it was a good shot. We're good. I don't know that one. What is this one? Did you see the hit piece that was on Yahoo written by Right? Oh, okay, Max. Are you talking about the one where they just demolished? Basically, I think so, because they were saying like they melded in, they're not really doing anything. And actually, if you wanted to do that same hit piece about the Signature series, I could probably have gotten more behind it, just to be clear. But if you wanted to do that about the Sturgis vintage series, 100% I disagree, because that motorcycle, the vintage, is new to this year, as we all know. You sent a link in my messages. Okay. So as we all know, that the vintage is new this year. So doing a bike like that is definitely not mailing it in my opinion. Did you send it to me? Let's see, Larry Messenger. And so, hang on, let's see if I can just do this. Was it Riding Fish Messenger? Oh no, I got it here. Yeah. Oh, here, let's do this. Here, I got an idea. Watch this. Let's do this. I got a freaking fat idea. Let's see. Let's go here. Remove. Stop sharing. You see, look how much faster I am already. Freaking, I'm on it, baby. I am on it. Right here. Okay, let's read it together. Forget it. Let's talk about it. This definitely a hit piece, 100%. This is Indian Motorcycle has no idea what it's doing, and its new bike proves it. That's what they're saying. Reading's hard. Okay, you got to be smart to read, so reading's hard. So I might just kind of skim some of this, but we're going to go over this a little bit. Indian Motorcycle, and by the way, I'm also going to stop and I'm going to talk about this. So there's only like 3 of us in here, so let's go. Okay, Indian Motorcycle feels a lot of Schrodinger's cat. What does that mean? I don't even know what that means. Is the company alive or is it dead once again? And it's a large part due to its rather eventful past 12 months. Okay, whatever. I think that's fair. There's things that we could talk about. I think that's very fair. That you don't know, right? You don't know. America's first, of course, motorcycle company went through yet another sale, one that caught the entire industry off guard. True. Going from Polaris ownership, the folks who brought Indian back from the dead, true, to a private equity. And I say off guard because the sale comes on the heels of rather quiet period of Indian's how do you say that? Anyway, shitty history of ownership. I don't even see this, why I don't read out loud. One where you had long stretches of brand gathering dust. They freaking hate so much, but by the way, they haven't said anything not true yet. One where you had long stretches of brand gathering dust in years when it ceased to exist outside of a few die hard, I don't even know how to say that word either, bikes, metal signs, and bedroom posters. Let's see. To be a traditional private equity smash and grab, followed by new CEO and former Harley Davidson executive Mike Kennedy telling everyone that the company was on firmer ground than before. But I got the sense that the business wasn't on the best path forward when I talked to Kennedy for the first time. Who is this guy, by the way? We're just going to skip to the end to see if they signed it. I don't know who read. I think it Ride Part, Jonathan Klein. Maybe that's the guy. Ride Apart. Okay, so far, let's be honest. I don't think anything that has been said is really a far fetch. Okay. Yeah, big words. Listen, guys. Okay. Yeah, Ride Apart wrote it, but I was trying to look for the individual, which it's Jonathan Klein right here. Can you guys see my scroll? Yeah, a little bit. So, okay, so let's continue on because I have opinions because I did read this. Let's see. There are two incredible hot markets in the motorcycling world at the present: EV dirt bikes and entry-level motorcycles. These two represent the fastest growing lineups as they favored not only by the youth, the folks who keep brands alive going into the future. True, I guess, true. But also by much of the populace dealing with our present economic outliers, i.e. bad economic outlooks. But when pressed Kennedy on whether Indian Motorcycle was possibly looking into an entry-level bike, he said they were not. Now, that he did not say that. What he said was, in the business's opinion, a $9,999 bike is, in their opinion, an entry-level price point. Now, he also said, could we make a $7,000 bike? His answer was yes, but nobody would like it. That's also, I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what Mike said, right? Exactly, Larry. Exactly. I'm gonna put it on here because we're still going. I'm not done on this one. Shit, let's talk about it, baby. Let's talk about it. So Larry says that EV dirt bikes and entry-level bikes are not profitable, but that is Mike's point, right? And I'm trying to. So I've had a lot of conversation with Mike Kennedy, and 99% of it has been on camera or public, even if it made or may not make a video. But there's been a little bit, here and there that he has said that, I know that it isn't. He also said, Mike Kennedy has said he doesn't like to say never, right? And caveat, hang tight, because I do have a worry about Mike Kennedy's opinion on this whole thing. And we'll talk about that here in a couple of minutes. So Indian Motorcycle, let's talk more. Okay. By the way, I'm not getting any editing done. This is the story of my life. I knew I thought I had a vision when I started this that I would just start editing and then people would bullshit and I'd edit and then it'd come off or whatever. And then freaking this had to happen right here. Let's see. This one. Max brought it into the room. Okay, so let me keep going. We are not going to add an entry-level motorcycle, further stating that the entry-level motorcycle would be a distraction for this company. Okay, whatever. I think we're an aspirational brand. I'm talking to the people. Hey, that means that you want to eventually get onto this brand, potentially. I'm going to pull this up so I see it. With the King of the Baggers series, they need to focus on baggers and tour line. Okay. I'm actually super nervous about that, but I'll tell you in just a second. Okay, so hang on. We want to be an aspirational brand. And one of the things that Carolwood team is really excited about is on the apparel and licensing front. Okay, so that's a private equity thing, right? Like, let's figure out ways to make our money, that our name can make us money without us actually moving stuff, right? Okay, I think that's good. What they need to do is put their ambassador riding fish in movies. I can't even read. They'd be like, fish, read the teleprompter. And I'd be like, aspirational. And then I'd have to like remind, anyway, whatever. Okay. What things we can do, keep the brand aspirational to wider audiences so that people come in maybe on other brands or other pre-owned brands, and they're looking into the Indian product line as an aspirational brand. That's a weird quote. Okay, so Mike Kennedy said that you want it to be the dream brand. How do you make it a dream brand? Well, you got to put it in front of people that don't really know it. Put cool people on it, maybe. So you want to be like Riding Fish, or you want to be like Ruin Secremoto, like you want to be like Eric and ride the brand Indian Motorcycle. Yeah. And so, but so far he hasn't really said, not even right. BMW, Cadillac, Mercedes, they don't make entry level cars. That's true. They're super attainable though. I would say they're really good about that, because you could get to them just like you could get a $9,999 Scout. It's 100% hit piece. Start on Iron is correct. I'm assuming this is probably Chris. You're correct, dude. This is a total hit piece. The whole time I read this bike, and by the way, I'm going to continue going, but the whole time I read this, I was like, this guy's a fucking hater. That's what this guy is. By the way, I'm not on Thought on Irons podcast right now. So if I fucking cuss and I get real, I get real. It is what it is. Okay, let's go. Aspirational brand. I love that I'm saying that correctly. Are for those on solid financial footing, which Indians ain't that. That's probably, I think that's a fair, I mean, that's a dig, because you don't know Carolwood has a plenty of money. That doesn't mean they don't have money, right? Like, nobody was worried about Indian Motorcycle when Daddy Polaris had it, because they're super rich, right? But okay, let's just for sake of knowing that Indian Motorcycle, or the on-road division of Polaris, has only made money 2 years out of 10 or whatever. Let's just go with this. Let's just say so far they haven't. That's why they killed the Indian FTR 1200 along with 11 trim levels in the Scout lineup, and why the company was sold off. Okay, we're almost there where I'm about to have opinions. Only for Polaris' economic outlook to be bettered. The company also said it was going to focus heavily on merch too. Yeah, bro, he literally said, apparel, but okay, sure. All right, here we go. So, killed the FTR. True. Nobody bought them. Nobody fucking bought them. Why keep making something if nobody's buying them? Regardless of, it could be the greatest. By the way, this is my opinion. When all you guys, and I say you guys, but when the fans out there say, oh, we want more cream and reds and cream and jades and stuff like that, but bro, nobody's buying them. Do you think Indian Motorcycle, if they couldn't keep these things on the floor because everybody was buying them, do you think they would stop making them? No, of course not. Period. I don't know. That's just the truth. Here's the problem with the FTR is it was really good at everything, but it wasn't really great at anything. And it was a little expensive. V2M Blog, you're a good example. You can tell me you can go out and you can buy a Yami MT series and the bang for your buck was more, period. It was uglier. Hey, I think you called yours Ugly Betty. All right. There's still some on the floor today. FTRs. You see, that's what I'm saying. That I owned one and I sold it. Reason? I sold it for one reason. The wife said she wanted a Scout and she would start riding if she bought one. That's the only reason why I sold that bike. I'm I love my Scout, by the way. Okay, so don't misunderstand me. But the FTR is a really, really fun bike. Hang on. So I'm gonna continue going this in just a second, but I'm gonna come over here and look at these. Okay, okay. Carol Wood won't let it die. Max has an opinion, but you said I agree. There are some points you can talk about. No, yeah, and I'm gonna definitely talk about it. If the FTR was an adventure, people would have bought them. So the problem was it was too heavy to be a true adventure bike, and with the it needed to be a 21-inch front wheel. It was only a 19. The fuel tank was way too small. You're out in the middle of nowhere. You need a bigger gas. You need a bigger fuel cell. I don't know that. I think it's a great starting point. By the way, I told Mike Kennedy himself that they need to keep that motor, pull it out the closet, and put it in a Chief platform because it's a badass motor. So those are the things with FTR. Now, another thing about FTR is Polaris cut FTR. Indian Motorcycle Standalone Company did not cut FTR. That happened pre-sale. Okay. Then came a political attack ad advertising campaign going against Harley Davidson. Whoo boy. That was, I wonder if that one pops up on here. Let's just see how this works. Is this it? I mean, I know I could find it. That's not it. I'm just trying to see. So this is a whole bunch of nothing. Okay, so let me just go back here. Maybe I'll find that ad in a second. But yeah, there was a big opinion on that. Hang on. Let's see. This website was the original promoter of that short also. So this website promoted the attack ad short? That's what you're saying? Okay. So while you type, I'm going to look real quick at this. Let's see, but couldn't the FTR be retooled into an adventure bike and answer the Harleys? Okay, so could FTR be remade? Of course it could. But Polaris went away from it. I don't know why they did. I was dreaming. Matter of fact, I had talked to people. They said they had seen like prototype adventure bikes around FTR. You know, they had the FTR Rally Edition. That bike was supposed to be, I think, that. I don't know. I'm not sure what's up with that. I wish we all know that. I mean, I'm not an adventure rider. I pretend to be, but I don't really know. I know I rode that Pan America when they first came out, and I thought it was kind of shitty at first. I wasn't in love with that bike at all. It was cool. There were things cool about it. I thought it was cheap. I know they have since came out. The new ones are like on fire and doing good. But okay, so yeah, Indian Motorcycle political ad. Yeah, it was kind of weird. I've had conversations with people about that. And you know what? It's like 50-50. I believe it was Larry, and I'll throw Larry under the bus on this one. Me and Larry, also known as Eric, we talked about that ad, and we said one thing about it is, you know, there's that word that's like even Brad. There's no such thing as bad press. Any press is good press or whatever. I don't really believe that's what they were going for, but I will say this. Harley Davidson, they closed down that Thailand stuff real quick afterwards. Okay, here we go. So then came the political ad advertising campaign going after Harley Davidson, Indian's main competitor, obviously. Thanks, Captain. Fucking obvious. Spears were lobbied at the motor company by Indian, which Harley took on the cheek repeatedly once, but okay, choosing the high road in the instance, or unless they were talking about the time that Indian Motorcycle said challenge the Challenger, and they took a road glide and put it on the demo truck, and they made people ride road glides and then ride Challengers and see which one they liked more, or less that is taking one on the cheek. It's just an ass kicking. Okay. choosing the high road in this instance. It worked too, as the motorcycle industry decried Indian's campaign and called the company out on it. There was a lot of people said they didn't like the taste. Also, we all get tired of politics, and it did come off very political, but whatever. Anyway, since then the brand went dark. Not true. They're all constantly rolling shit out all the time. But yeah, did they do another campaign? No, I think that they got their point across. Like sometimes you hit that guy with the sucker punch, you don't got to kick him while he's down. We're just gonna move on. Then since then the brand went dark, choosing not to answer any of our questions about the campaign. Oh, so they didn't double down, is what you're saying? So you're mad that they did it, and you're mad that they're not allowing you to double down. Okay, so got it. The campaign's motives, or who put it together. The release is nothing. I do got to see. I'm gonna look at something real quick. What is this showing up on the screen? No. Okay, hang on. Give me a quick second. Let me just look at something real fast. Let's see here. Is that on my screen? No. Okay, I'm just looking to see if it's on my screen. So everybody's saying how bad it is, but I'm just looking real quick here. I want to know if it's still up. That's what I want to know. I had heard a rumor that there was some talks about taking it down. Maybe they did. I'm trying to see if I see it here. Has to be around here somewhere. They may have taken that down, actually. Let's see. I just can't remember when it was actually posted exactly. Oh, is this it? Nope. It's still here. So they have not taken it down, actually. So that's interesting that they did not take it down. So it didn't go that dark. You can rewatch it if you want to know how their stance on it. I guess it's still up. So, okay, what were we talking about? Oh yeah. Repeatedly they asked them. They wanted to know. The brand went dark. Who put it together? They released nothing in terms of the new product line. Well, except the bike itself except for the Chief Vintage is a new bike. Like how many bikes a year? They already announced a trimming, right? So 11, they said up here, 11 trims, 11 trim levels, and the Scout are going to be cut. That's what they said. All that means is that you're going to have a Scout and a Scout, or you're going to have a Scout Bobber, and you probably have like a Scout Tour. I don't really know. I'm just saying Scout Bobber, Scout Tour, or Super Scout, or something like that. You'll probably just have a regular Scout. And then you'll probably have like those three in a Dark Horse and those three in a limited or chrome. That's probably what they'll do. They'll probably have those three Scouts, right? Or right now, and then they'll have like a Scout 60 of some sort, right? Whatever that is. So then you'll have that in 2 cars, so you have 8. But right now they got a Scout Rogue they got a Scout Rogue, they got a Scout Rogue Limited, they got a Scout Rogue Dark Horse, they got a Scout Rogue with tech, they got a Scout Rogue 60. So that's 5, just Scout Rogues. And by the way, they're called Sport Scouts now, so my bad. Just, it is what it is. So that's 5. And then you got Bobber 60, that's 6. You got a Scout Bobber freaking Dark Horse, probably limited, probably, right? I don't really know. We know that I get a little low on knowledge on the Scouts, but so you're looking at 8. And then you got the Super Scout Limited. You got tech packages. I mean, it's not hard to cut 11. You're not really hurting anything. You're just going to put everything gets a tech package, except for the 999 bike, probably is my assumption. And then you just get, and then you get like all of them that get Chrome or Dark Horse. That's what it is. And then if you want bars, if you wanted to make it, or maybe, and if you want to make it with a T-bar setup, you're going to have a Scout 101, obviously. But if you want a T-bar setup, you can do that. You have to just make it. Instead, Polaris Indian Motorcycle was making these models. You go in and you buy it. If you wanted 8 hangers and a little fairing and bags, cool, go get the Scout RT, right? If you want just a little fairing and 8 hangers, cool, go get the Super Scout. Well, now you might have to freaking buy a regular Scout and put fucking ape hangers on it yourself. Like, I'm not saying if I agree or don't agree, I don't really care. But imagine all of the rotation and like what happens the year that you buy a crap, or say Indian Motorcycle Company goes, this is our Scout Bobber year, and they make a bunch of Scout Bobbers. But guess what? Scout 101s are the only bike that people want, or the Scout Rogue is the 101, or the Super Scout is the one that everybody wants to buy that year. Then you're stuck, right? But if you have it available and then you just have to make it your own every time, I don't know. Can you lower prices? Can you keep prices the same doing that? Because you're like fast marketing all of them. Like, I get why they're doing it. Also, the quote from Mike Kennedy over and over, not just with me, but on many podcasts and many interviews, has been the Scout lineup is a little confusing. I just said 2 seconds ago, I don't really know all of the Scout stuff. That's true. You know, it's not my job to know it per se, right? But I'm very well versed in most things. It's not that crazy. It didn't take me that long to learn it, just to be honest. So anyway, I get why they're dropping them, and it's not easy. Just because they're dropping 11, that doesn't necessarily mean, I mean, if you have, hang on, let's just count these out real quick. Just real quick. I'm going to pull this down just for a second. Hang on, just so we can see my hands and fingers and stuff. Oh, it's over here. Okay. So if you're going to, oh, dang. Shit, I'm glistening. Okay. So let's get to 11 somehow. Let's say every Scout comes without the tech, or only with tech package, meaning they don't have the tech package. So how many Scouts are there? There's a Scout, regular Scout. There is Scout Bobber, Super Scout, Sport Scout, Scout 101, but they all had tech, so that doesn't count. And then I feel like there's another Scout RT. Okay. So that's five right there. You haven't even done anything but just not let them have a base model. Right. Okay. Now the way they word them is they say limited with tech or limited without tech. Well, just double it. That's 10. So just right there, we're already at 10, and maybe they just cut one other. So anyway, it's not that hard to freaking do it. All right, let's add this back. Let's get back to it. Sorry guys. I know that. Hang on. Let me see what your comments are. I think that let's see, here we go. Kenny is waiting to win the Bagger Series, and then the gloves are really off. Well, they're well on their way. Oh, except Hayden Gillum wrecked on Saturday. Oh shit, they red flagged it. I thought he was hurt, so I was so thankful that he raced yesterday, because I was like, oh, Hayden, you cannot get hurt, bro. You could not get hurt. Anyway, that's enough of that. Okay. Let's see here. Just like the negative political ads had no problem until they got to the DEI stuff. That was the line that they shouldn't have crossed. Yeah, Max, I know you have pushed your opinion on the DEI stuff. What was their wording? It was something along the lines of, they didn't even name DEI, but they put the letters there. And so like, if that's really what like triggered you, you're going to read DEI, period. I should just play that. Should we play the ad? Can we play the ad? Let's see here. Hang on. Let me finish this. And if I get enough people say they want me to play the ad, I'll play the fucking ad. I don't care. And then we'll talk about it. Cause I don't think I really have talked much about that, other than I made the joke that they brought that Indian motorcycle brought back jobs from Thailand to the US. They just made Harley hire them. That was my joke. I don't know. I thought it was funny. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see here. So since then they went dark, campaigns, motives, who put it together. They released nothing, no new product lines. And then from the small town collabs that barely consulted more than a blip. So they're probably talking about the Signature Series, which, you know, they needed like a red, white, and blue. I think they just needed to keep up. Those are hand painted. They're pretty cool. It was a very small thing, and being not numbered is kind of BS. They should have numbered them. That's true. I totally wish they would have done that, but they didn't. And then, okay, so last week, the silence changed with the debut of Indian Chief Vintage Sturgis Edition. Sturgis South Dakota Edition motorcycle. What is it? Well, it's a limited edition Indian Chief Vintage with a $4,000 paint job and nothing else. And it represents exactly why I feel apprehensive about the new, air quotes, private equity owned Indian motorcycle. Because who is this motorcycle for? I'm going to just keep reading before I comment. I went to mash up two important concepts to explain my issue with Indian. That the original Join or Die campaign put together by Benjamin Franklin during the American Revolution. Is this the same article? Okay, let's just keep going. American Revolution and Charles Darwin's theory of evolution. In that you either adapt or die. The concepts are eerily similar. As you either get, I should put it here so I'm not facing, would that be better? Here, I'll do that real quick. Okay. I just all of a sudden was like, holy crap, I bet this looks like shit. Okay, here we go. Indian isn't adapting, nor is it joining who are. Instead, it's doubling and tripling down on lineups that no longer speak to the company's target demographic, nor speak to other demographics around. I think that it's completely not accurate at all to say that they are not speaking to their demographic. Like, a lot of people love the vintage look, and only Indian can really make that with that look, right? With the Valance fenders and all that. Like, Harley just came out with their Black Hills edition, and that is not the same thing as what a Chief Vintage looks like. 100%. It's, I don't know. Now I got comments over here, and hang on, I'll move this back over here because now I'm all like, I liked it better. You guys can just look at me side profile while I'm reading. And then so I think Larry's trying to get in here in a couple minutes. Okay. Here, let's go back to this. Let's see. Looks better than the Heritage. Oh, are you talking about the Black Hills Heritage? I actually didn't hate it. I'm not gonna lie. You guys know I don't lie about nothing. I also love motorcycles. I didn't hate that Heritage at all. The Vintage that is better than the Heritage. I think the Heritage was fine, actually. I kind of liked it. Completely all blacked out like that. It was pretty good. Let's see. Right apart as a joke. Look at their articles. They're biased. So this is like what I'm saying is like so many people say that Indian like did a hate campaign. Well, what is this? Like, I'm sure Harley, is hooking them up with something. Like, let's just be honest. Just make the base model and sell us all the accessories. That's exactly what they're going to do. Just hang on, just like you put, like the Sportster, buy them. So did you know like 25% of their sales at most dealerships were Sportsters? I just learned this, and this is why they're bringing them back. We can talk about there is some things that Indian's doing that does make me question, and I'll get there in just a second, but this is part of it, right? So the whole I hate the make it yours. I hate the make it yours thing, because that's anybody's first, their first thing about Harley versus Indian. Scout 60, I'm assuming you're just referencing when I was talking about the Scout 60 is a number. By the way, with Scout 60 Limited, Scout 60, Dart was like Scout 60, Sport Scout 60. Like those are like four, you could be four, cut those right away, right? Anyway, it's a reminder that Indian riders started Sturgis. Yes, I agree with that. And they even put like the number, the 56 on the side, Let's see. Given the choice between the Deadwood and the Vintage, I'll take the Vintage in black all day long. Okay, Max. Shit. I'm going to leave that up while I read the rest of this. I'm going to leave that up. Well, until I change it. The greatest generation that made Harley and Indian household names no longer ride motorcycles or are already dead. And boomers, the folks who benefited from hearing about these bikes from movies and from their parents, already have their bikes and are getting to the point of not riding anymore either. Okay, but wouldn't that be, let me go scroll up for a second. Remember when Mike Kennedy was talking about product placement, licensing front, wider audience? That is what he's talking about. So the generation that wanted to ride motorcycles because they saw them in movies and cool stuff, that is exactly what they're saying right here. Like, come on. Like, anyway, whatever. Okay, so I got this weird freaking ad. These ads are ridiculous on this. Good for them. All right. I gotta find that spot. Oh, we're way up here. Ooh, I got a lot to read. Man, my teacher, my English teacher would be proud of me. Shit, read 20 minutes a day. I haven't read 20 minutes since. Let's see. So hearing about these bikes from movies and their parents already have their bikes and are getting to the point of not riding anymore either. And that's why cruiser sales across the industry have tanked, despite these bikes getting better and better. Harley sold just 132. That's so many bikes. 132,000 bikes last year. Indian sold just 24,000. Man, when that little bee stings you, it fucking hurts, boy. Both represent sharp declines, but actually that's not true because the decline for Indian was not a big amount. I saw the so here's the hard part when you look at the on-road division of Polaris was that it was slingshots and Indians. So it's really hard and they never really broke down like what model or anything like that. So it is what it is. All right. So I'm going to stop. I'm going to just highlight that so I don't forget. Come over here. I'm not dead yet. Smaller bike, maybe. If I have to go to 3 wheels, I'd go to a Can-Am before a trike. Why? I'm just curious, like for reals though. I'm just curious why you would go to Can-Am before trike. Okay. Indian is sending bikes to Harley influencers for extended times. That is true. There's some real talk about how much that, but that's getting in front of the people, right? So I'm just gonna pull that one off. I need him to send them to other people like me. What if Indian sent me 5 bikes? 5. Me, I get 1, so that's 4. I need like 4 people to ride with me to Alaska. You're in, Jason, right? Check. Okay. Both represent sharp declines. Again, I'm just going to say that what's the definition of sharp? And I don't think it was that bad in the US for Polaris industry Indian motorcycle. A reality that has been presented for 3 decades and readiness apparel apparent to anyone looking at year's sales data. So not anyone, because apparently I didn't read it like that. To its credit, new CEO, Artie Stars. Yep. By the way, I saw an interview that they did with him. I thought it was fairly well done. And you know what I liked about him is that he said, I don't know the industry super, super tight, and I'm going to lean on the people that do. That's a good leader. I got to say that's a good leader. Because there's like, if you know, I think that's just a good leader. You gotta have smart friends. I have a lot of smart friends. So, and I lean on those guys, right? So like if I have paint questions, I've literally called BC Customs. If I have electrical, I obviously call Mike from Ride Culture. Like I have Davison. I have super, super smart friends. You know, if it's just like welding and fixing things, I call Kev. Like I call my friends. That's part of understanding the benefit of having really smart friends or hiring people that are very intelligent. I'm still waiting for mine. If they want me to get on a Power Plus, send me a bike for a year. Alaska, then Hawaii. That's a hard ride, bro. About Polaris. Hey, you still own some of the business. We need some jet skis. All right. Artie Stars. We got to give credit to Artie Stars because he's so amazing. I said he was pretty smart. But anyway, Harley Davidson seems to finally see what every analyst has seen for a long time and aiming to correct it by both bringing in a new entry-level motorcycle, widening its lineup to include new offerings that the public actually wants, riding its EV strategy with an upcoming EV dirt bike. Okay, I'm going to keep going. And getting back to its roots. Indian, on the other hand, is barreling towards another prolonged period of lying on the cooling board. Okay, real quick. I'm going to see real quick if this is public. I'm just going to ask Google real quick. How many live wires were sold in 2025?
LiveWire sold a total of 653 electric motorcycles globally in 2025. This was a
Globally.
7% increase from their sales in 2024.
Oh, globally. So LiveWire, it's all about hang on. So LiveWire, it's all about electric. They had a sales increase, which is true because in 2024 they only sold 612 units. In 2025 they sold 653 units. Quarter one breakdown for 2025, they sold 33 units. Good job, guys. Like the number 30 is, you know, that Harley Davidson company in the Black Hills in Spirit Lake, they sold 1,100 bikes last year. They sold twice what, or last week. Anyway, it's crazy. I'm going to try to do another Google. How many motorcycles did LiveWire sell in the first half of 2026?
LiveWire sold 358 electric motorcycles globally during the first half of 2026. This total includes 91 units in the first quarter and 267 units in the second quarter.
So they sold 91 units in the first 3 months. And then somehow they sold 200. That's like 250% sales the second quarter. I wonder if that's like Harley just buying them because like Harley doesn't own them, you know, whatever. Anyway, yeah, EV, right? That's the way. EV's the way. I know that the state of Minnesota has just made some major laws with EV. I mean, like ridiculous. If they're too big, you have to license them, blah, blah, blah. Kids are going to be coming off of them. They're going to be getting tickets. You have to have insurance. It's like they're a motorcycle. Okay, cool. Make those dirt bikes. I hope nobody's going to buy them in Minnesota. It'd be really low, but okay. By the way, the LiveWire, the Generation 1 LiveWire is a really, really fun bike. It's super freaking fast. It was really, really fun. Okay, hang on. And then a Spider, because of its stability and 5 onboard computers, still easy to tilt a trike. Okay. The Spirit is just adding a Yamaha to the stable. By the way, okay, I'm going to continue on with this. I just wanted to talk about how they only sold 600 bikes in a whole year. Or 600, not even 6,000, 600. So hang on, here's another one. I'm real quick because we're talking about how smart and how everything. Real quick, let me just ask Google. Hey, Google, how much money was lost by LiveWire in 2025? LiveWire. Why won't you read this out loud? Okay. LiveWire Group. Everybody wants me to freaking read. My teacher would be so proud. Consolidated a net loss of $75 million. They lost $75 million in 2025. By the way, that's a 20% improvement over 93 million the year before that. They must have got some manufacturing costs down because they only went up 7% in sales and they cut 20% in costs. That's pretty good, actually. But wow, isn't that nuts? They lost $75 million. 75. That's why Harley spun them off. Could you imagine if that would have been on the list of Harley's freaking to talk to their owners or whatever? Okay, hang on. Oh, this is pretty cool that the highlights. Okay. I saw that Marvel Kid 87, a diehard HD guy, got a chieftain for a year. Wow, they said that it's for a year. That's crazy. I should go watch him. I know Marvel. I don't know Marvel Kid. I haven't met him. Ouch. Yeah. $75 million loss. Okay, cool. So the benefit of that is when you have daddy's money, which is what's scary about Indian Motorcycle, because they don't have Polaris daddy money. That's true. Okay. Let's see. Getting back to the roots. Emphasis on cruisers, emphasis on the greatest generation and boomers past. That's what hang on, I'm going to go back a little. Indian, on the other hand, is barreling towards another prolonged period of lying on a cooling board. Emphasis on cruisers, emphasis on the greatest generation of a boomer's past. No entry-level motorcycles. We already talked about the 9,999 bike. Relying on merchandise sales. So does Harley. So does everybody, by the way. Getting into a pissing match with Harley Davidson, a company that is nearly 7 times Indian's size. Okay. Okay. We're just going to say okay. And emphasize on a demographic that isn't going to keep the company alive for another 125 years. Well, at least they didn't go into the whole 125 bit, which that's a fair argument, but okay. A history that Indian loves to remind folks but fails to mention the prolonged period. Oh, here it is. They finally got there. Okay. They love to remind folks, but fails to mention the prolonged periods of not actually existing in the middle of the lineage. And the Indian Chief Vintage Sturgis South Dakota edition is a perfect, I don't even know how to say it, encapsulation of its mentality. Oh, encapsulation. The Chief Vintage is already a bike that trades in a flux nostalgic to a party of almost no one. A victory or a vintage. I was thinking about the Victor motorcycle, apparently. A vintage looking paint job. No, not a vintage looking paint job. It is a vintage stylistic paint job. Of course it is. And some decals, serial numbers, only reduced, possibly customer pool. Oh, hang on. What? Some decals and serial numbers only reduce that possible customers pool further. So what they're saying is that, like, oh, because they did a paint job, not that many are going to be sold because it's that paint job, because it's the vintage looking paint job, and because it's numbered, not that many are going to be sold. I don't know. Kennedy, for his part, doesn't apparently see it that way. In fact, in the first chat, the CEO told me, I think most importantly, from a business management perspective, and from a growing rider perspective, there is significant market share in middle and heavyweight cruisers, baggers, and touring. So we can continue to grow, and we can continue to grow our share of those markets. Those markets, however, aren't growing. That doesn't mean that they can't steal market share, by the way. Just saying. To me, the Chief Vintage Sturgis South Dakota edition, it is such a long freaking name, but anyway, it's an introduction and concise are the woolly mammoth for those who sided with the British Crown, dead ends. Okay. What was that? I'm going to put it up here real quick. What was it? It's way up here. I'm just going to put it up here. My thoughts. I'm looking for it's the hit piece. It's just a hit piece, he says. Where's it at? I'm looking for it again. All right, I'll put this one up for now until I find it. God, I don't see it. Anyway, yeah. It's just a hit piece. That's what it is. It's true. Okay, we've talked about it, but yeah, so when most of your bikes being sold are baggers and everybody wants them, I have no idea, Jason, how many vintages have sold so far. Not a clue. There's not a lot sitting on showroom floors. I know that. Like, so they have black and red, right? And now they have this one, and then they had the 125s, the elite elites. Yeah, the elite 125 anniversary editions. By the way, that's my favorite one. The stylistic between the Chief Vintage, dude, it's brown. It's two-tone paint job. By the way, having the emblem, let's see here. Let's put it back here quick. So having this throwback headdress, that is such a new Indian motorcycle standalone company thing, because Polaris would never have done that. This bike, don't get me wrong, this bike was designed and made by Polaris side. Mike Kennedy and these guys didn't invent this, right? This is coming from Polaris. This was their product plan. I think for the year, for 2026, they have been quiet a little bit. They came out with the Chief Vintage, and then these 4 options of Chief Vintage. What else did they do this year? I mean, they got the Elites and Signature Series and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. I think that this is just kind of BS. This whole thing is just kind of BS. Oh, hang on. Was I supposed to send a link to Larry? Hang on a second. I got an idea. That's what I'll do. Larry, if you're watching. Let's see if I post this in a comment. I wonder if you can link in that way. So Larry, if you're watching, try to link in if you can. All right. Cruisers, baggers, and touring are still in demand. And that's what, of course, because that's where all the money is. You know, the FTR was interesting. They couldn't sell them until they discounted them that like $2,000 to $4,000, and then they couldn't keep them. That's crazy, right? But they could never, what would they do? Just decide to lose $2,000 or $3,000 every time they sold a FTR? They would never make it. It wouldn't make it that long. So, if I say stop sharing, should we shake it up a little? Let's see here. Share screen. Doop. Oh, I bet you guys can't hear it though. Here, let's just give it a try. Tell me if you can hear it. Nope.
Motorcycle riders. They chased electric bikes and moved production to Thailand. We built Power Plus engines and American bikes.
Okay, hang on. So, hang on. Let's go here. Let's go back here.
Harley hired a CEO from a pizza company. Indian
Okay, that's true, right? Came from a pizza company.
chose a lifetime industry veteran and avid motorcycle rider. They chased electric bikes and moved production to Thailand.
Okay, so keeping costs down. They were probably freaking out. They were freaking out because the whole Livewire thing.
We built Power Plus engines and American bikes right here in Spirit Lake, Iowa. They chased.
Okay, here's your part, Max. Harley Davidson embraces political trends and DEI, which I would say that's fair to be a political trend.
Political
And also that's probably EV.
trends. We back the people who matter. Since 1901, Indian Motorcycle has been American-made, built by riders for riders, uncompromised. Indian Motorcycle. Harley.
All right. I don't know. What do we got to say about that? To me, it just feels kind of whatever. I said I am nervous. Oh, I lost everybody. Hang on, what do you got? The Budweiser debacle? Harley or Indian? I don't think I know anything about a Budweiser debacle. I actually don't think I know anything. So was there anything we should talk about this?
A CEO from a pizza company. Indian chose a lifetime industry veteran and avid motorcycle rider. They chased electric bikes and moved production to Thailand. We built Power Plus engines and American bikes right here in Spirit Lake.
To be fair, they have closed all their other or are in the process of closing all their plants across the world. They had 2 more or 3 more, and they've closed them all.
Iowa. They chased.
They did. Everybody got hung up. Polaris probably did too. He just didn't ever see it.
Political trends.
Everybody did. There was a couple years there where everybody was doing everything like that.
We back the people who
I had a supervisor that got hired because she was a she, and it was she was retarded.
matter.
I guess that's 2 in 1.
Since 1901, Indian Motorcycle has been American-made, built by riders for riders, uncompromised. Indian Motorcycle.
I guess it doesn't really. It's just whatever to me. I don't know. it did feel weird. It was interesting that they attacked him like that. We could just say that, leave it there. I don't really care either way. It did feel weird though. Let's see here. Budweiser lost big time from advertising, and I think it is what Max is saying. Larry just said he's going to be home in a couple minutes. $15 more. Larry, 15 more minutes, bro. Okay, cool. We got it. We're good. If I did put the link in here, if it works, give it a try. That's the link. If you want to try, we'll give it a try. I don't know anything about the whole advisor thing, to be honest with you guys. So, oh man. All right. Hey, so what makes me nervous? I'll say some of it. So we watched Harley really struggle these last couple years, and under Zeitz. And what did they do? They only focused on CVO. They focused on the really, really big priced bikes. So it feels a little bit like that's what Indian's doing right now, right? So like they're really focusing on the Signature Series, Elites, the higher end models of Chief Vintage. I'm not saying that's necessarily, or in trike, it's not really wrong. It is a little bit like we saw what Harley was going on with Harley, and then and then we're going on when they've actually altered. I tell you what, if they make a shitty $7,000 bike, so how's this? If Harley makes a shitty $7,000 bike or a shitty Sportster, the Sportster, just say it comes in at like 10 grand, it's going to make the Scouts look really good, because the Scout 60 is a good bike. It's $9,000. It is a really good bike. So I think that Harley doing that, like, why not let them make the entry level bike, sell a bike, and then you move it up? It's just like everybody that buys a Honda freaking Shadow 300, 500, whatever. They always end up trading up right away, right? Ninjas 300s, they end up trading to a 6. Everybody buys a 6 gets 1,000. Like, that's just what they do. That's just what happens. So maybe their spirit or sprint, whatever it's called, maybe that's the one that gets more people on Indian. Could you imagine if that was the case? Like, they come out with this and all of a sudden they see a huge uptick. I'm gonna show you guys quick. Boom. It's my members. If you see your name on here, know how much I appreciate you. If you don't see your name on there, know that you could get your name on here, just so you know. And then I put it in the beginning of my video, almost all of them, or all of them, except for like shorts and stuff. Sometimes there's been times where I didn't put the names of the members in a video, but that's something like I edited on my phone or I did something like that. But I'm going to say, to be honest with you, if it wasn't for these group of guys and gals on here, realistically, the channel would have struggled a little bit more this year. So, I mean, not that it's doing anything, but there's been a lot of people on here that's been a big help. So if you're on here, thank you guys so much. I freaking appreciate you. Know that. I wanted to just shout you guys out that real quick. Yeah, we're not getting anything done right now. And then when people are going to be like, Fish, we want to talk about this. Let's talk about YouTube for a second. It's driving me freaking bonkers. But so I took 3 weeks off while we did the Legends ride. I say we because a lot of us in this room right now was in that ride, but it made me fall out of the algorithm for YouTube, and it's been very hard to get back in. So, what I need to do is I need to pause. Realistically, I should pause any trip video, any video like that, and I should do a couple like riding review videos, maybe go race a little bit, maybe a dyno video. so I can get back into the niche, because it's just views are low right now on this, but not on, it's so funny because not on Meta is all big. Like I had a short the other day go for 450,000 views. Crazy. Hang on, let me go to this. Oh, I gotta highlight this dude. Rumble and Growl, super good dude. Is super supportive. I can't, I mean, he does support. He's a good guy. He's president of an IMRG, runs his IMRG Route 66. Yeah, it's pretty cool that he is in our corner. I think our community is a really good one. And yeah, we got guys coming and going a lot. What is going on? An influencer have Harley a lot of grief a year or two ago about being woke. Also went after Budweiser. Oh, a influencer. The Bud Sturgis a year ago was empty. Oh, was that the Bud Light one or whatever? Was that one? And the Graybeards were screaming about selling their HDs. Yeah, I don't know. I keep track of it, but it doesn't I have too many things in my mind to remember. But yeah, I do remember people shooting. Didn't some people shoot their Harleys? That was pretty funny. But yeah, I mean, I guess there was this time. Okay, so if I'm recalling this correctly, and I could be wrong because it was a long time ago. There was a few years back, a long time ago, 10 years ago or something. There was a pizza delivery driver that always had to deliver pizza in a bad area, and he had his conceal and carry. And he went to go deliver his pizza for the company. I want to say the company, but I don't remember. I'm not 100. I'm 99% sure. But he goes to this bad area to deliver a pizza, and he ended up getting at gunpoint by these couple of guys. He was going to get robbed or whatever, and he ended up pulling his gun and shooting the guys, right? So everything's legal. That pizza company fired the guy, said he wasn't allowed to carry a gun, not stand behind him, not do any of that. And I'll be honest, I stopped eating at that pizza place. That's why I'm pretty sure I know who it is, but it throws me off, which is actually funny. If I named it, it would actually be funny. But yeah, anyway, Artie Star might know that company, but yeah. Now, granted, that was a long time ago and people changed their stances, but I thought that was fucked up. And so, yeah, because of that, I did, in my way, I did not support that brand, because I was like, dude, you're asking him to go to the ghetto or wherever he was, some bad area. I believe you do your research. Max, one thing about, hey, anybody, there's only a few of us in here, but I'll say Max has been a good watcher of my channel for a really long time. So I appreciate you, Max. I mean, from the beginning, probably. Did you watch me when I was doing the Challenger and Victory stuff? Were you that far back? That's like Bob Cole and freaking Kevin Tatum distance. That's a long time ago. Let's see if there's anything else in here.
Oh yeah, boy. All right. We're getting ready to roll out. We did pick up my Uncle Mark. This is real quick. I know I said real fast, but you guys riding together, did he ride with you when he was younger?
No. Well, yeah, a little bit, but not a whole lot. He almost threw me off the back of his bike before. Oh, yeah.
Well, teacher.
He said, well, yeah. Yeah, not that many times, but I almost lost you the one time I did.
Has to hold on. Sure did. And then, so what, have you been a rider for your whole life, or yeah, what?
I legit don't remember this conversation, so I'm watching it with you guys for the first time.
What does it feel like to ride with your son?
I meant share the road with your son.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah?
Yeah, it really is. I mean, it's a lot of fun, and he rides just like I do, so we have a whole bunch of fun when we're doing it.
Yeah.
These guys, was pretty funny. We were ripping some canyons. I hope you guys can hear it, but we were ripping some canyons, and they said, oh, I know why you're going slow, because you got your kid on the back. I didn't think I was going that slow, to be honest. I was like, I mean, maybe a little, but like it's a multiple of things. I'm not on my bike. I'm on somebody else's bike. I'm not on a Challenger. I'm on a Victory. It's been a long time since I rode a Victory. I got to get it. I got to learn its, its likes and dislikes. But yeah, it was pretty funny. They were like, oh, we understand that you're riding slow because of your daughter. And in my head, I was thinking I wasn't riding that slow.
Yeah. And, it's just, now we get his brother involved in it too. It's, all three of us out there. It's just.
So your brother rides too?
Yeah, he got Jeep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So how freaking cool is that? So the dad is riding with both his kids. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I think that I'm excited for when that happens, when Autumn. We talked about getting her on the Scout this year, but I think she got a little nervous. So we might just hold off just a little longer.
He's getting married though. He doesn't have time this summer.
Oh, okay. Hey, it happens. It happens. Yeah, it's so cool. I know you get to ride dirt bikes with your grandkids and stuff like that. It's fun to have shared the passion. Yeah.
Of course, the guy has some bump music in the background. Now I have to figure out how to edit it, and I have to move on past this.
Take care. So this is what it's about. All right, we're gonna hit the road, guys. I just wanted to introduce everybody. We riding, baby.
She loves it, and I swear she loves it. Let's see if we can hear this bike. Okay, no hands. Everybody talks about the wobble that Challengers have. Oh, he puts his hands on when I get close. I had that wobble once. And I what do you call it? Had an underinflated Fox shock. We're not really passing two vehicles at once, are we? Just straight getting after it. Okay, so this area here, we're on our way to, I'm trying to remember what it's called, Tin Sleep, Wyoming. So I could probably really start editing this. Hang on, does he rev? Does he rev bomb? Here, hang on. But yeah, so we're on our way to Tin Sleep. I think we pull over, but look at these like red. Dude, there's some beautiful areas of, hang on, what do I get here? Some beautiful areas of Wyoming. And then this just looks like another world. Like, what is going on? This is a look of a ginger. Me, not Autumn. I'm completely covered. I could actually really start editing this. Right now I'm just kind of reviewing. Look at that. Freaking sick. Oh, that's cool. So I do this. So I show this. I'm going to be dropping music right here. And then I'm going to say, turn around. Like, look at that. Turn around. And then I'll probably change the color. Here, I'll show you right here. So what I'll do is I'm going to I might use some of that. And then like right in here, I'm going to say change the color. Bam, drop a thing here. And then go into color adjustments. I have a bunch of pre-made ones that I like. This one's not a pre-made one. That one's too blue. It is kind of blowing out just a little bit. So first we'll denoise it. And then I'll probably drop like some beautiful music on here. Usually, let's see about these two. And then I'll turn down the volume, slow it down just a little bit. So here, right here. So now I got to tell it. It sucks because this part right here is kind of awesome. But let's put this on the back side. All right, here we go. I might cut that whole clip, but I'll go like that, turn it around, and then turn it around. So I'm going to actually cut it right here. Zoom in a little so I can back this out. So I go to grab it, start turning it instantly, and then there I will just clip this, turn around again. I'll have to cut that out. Boom. And here, maybe this actually I'll move up to 100. Yeah, and I'll drop some beautiful music because that is a super cool scene. I should have kept the windshield a little bit cleaner. But now we're at 5, 6 seconds, 7 seconds. Max is out of here. You don't want to see this? Where we got? Oh, out for dinner. Hang on. Let's see. I'm out for dinner. Check on tomorrow. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow night. I'll be working, so I'll just be listening. See you. So, yeah. All right. Just us now. Just us now. All right. See, this is what I kind of thought was going to happen. But then I'll probably just cut this, edit that out. Let's see what else we got. But, yeah, it was so much fun riding with these guys. I mean, as you can see, we weren't really sticking around behind people, and it's just a good time with these guys.
Ooh, look at this. We made it to 10. Made it to 10 sleep. Say something.
Come on,
How was that right? How was that right?
It was.
You guys get to see her raw. I'll have to cut some of this.
Are you hot?
Yes.
Are you a little hungry?
Yes.
Your legs are sore. Your
Yes,
butt is sore.
yes.
Ah! All right. We made it to 10 sleep, and from here, 10 sleep to Buffalo is.
So I probably will drop. I'll probably just like go on Google and show where 10 sleep is, and I'll show from 10 sleep to Buffalo, and I'll, the road a little.
One of the best rides. So we've had glimpses, Uncle Mark, of good stuff, but between here and Buffalo, it is.
It is a great ride.
Yeah.
I love it.
We did just hear that there is like 3 or something like stops for construction, but the road last time I was on was immaculate. So hopefully it's still like that. I'm very excited to ride this. Show Minnow this one. Has it been a good ride or what?
Very good.
Red Rock, beautiful.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
That's all you got. You're not helping. She's not helping us vlog at all. Minnow is supposed to take over the channel. When I kick the bucket, you'll be the new riding fish. Keep growing the channel.
Yeah.
You got like 30, 40 years till I'm gone, okay?
Gosh.
Ish. Assholes live forever.
Hey, hang on, pull this off. What's up, Larry? What's up? Hang on, in case.
Hey,
Hang on,
can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you good. Let me just see if I can. Hang on, my bad. I'm not trying to do that. Do this. Stop sharing. Pull this up. Pull this. That's not it. Go here. Share screen. There. I'm looking. Oh, I think I got out of it. What the heck, bro? That's messed up, bro. I was gonna ask you what you've been up to lately, and I wanted to show everybody. Boom!
Yeah, I saw that. That was fucked up, man. That was messed up. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, see, I was in the office for those that are still on. I was in the office and really wanted to join the program, but I knew I couldn't be me at the office. So, and Eric definitely could not come out at the office. So I had to drive home, push through traffic, cuss a couple people out, and come right downstairs to the lab and jump on, man.
Yeah, yeah, it's cool you did. I really just got on here. I was gonna just fuck around and say what up and just kind of see what, I don't know. It was one of those days where it's like I wanted to edit, but yeah, I kind of want to do motorcycle talk, and I've been just stuck behind the wheel, as you said it, or you saw at the beginning. Just been working every day, and I gotta say something. Like, there's not a good number of good motorcycle podcasts right now. Not a good number of them, right? So you watch a new show is an hour long or whatever, 2 hours. And when you work 6 days in a row, you run out of podcasts real quick, or unless you start scrolling backwards, and like, which one did you miss? But it's like, I need that stuff easy to locate. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
anyway.
I agree, man. there's a lot of them, and I'm not trying to badmouth any podcasts or anything like that, but there's a lot of them that are like they do a lot of lists. The worst motorcycle you've ever ridden, or they'll talk about it's shifting towards adventure riding, and you just go, yeah, man, I want to talk about riding, and I want to talk about debauchery, and I want to hear funny stories that are related to motorcycles. So yeah, that's what I want. And so there are a number of podcasts I listen to. I finally refound Throttle and Iron, so I've been listening to those guys a lot lately. Those are my guys, and
They're all right.
If Max is still on, I want to give him a big kiss on the cheek.
He's not, because he's old and had to go to dinner before he has to eat dinner before he takes his night medicine,
Well, he's probably got to watch Murder, She Wrote too. So,
well, he has it VCR'd, so he has to go rewind it.
I hope Max hears this too, because Max, for those who don't know, Max is like he became my big brother, like on the trip, man. I told him so much. He reminded me of my older brother. It was like crazy ridiculous. So yeah.
Hey, have you been hearing the same shit about Sturgis? Dead. People are saying it's dead. It was expensive. I mean, we all know what's that one guy? Cycle. He did a one like nobody's here in Sturgis, and so now that he's just doing cycle drag. He's doing a lot of that same, like, we fall in a niche, right? And this market is hard. So if you can find your algorithm that wants to pop off, you just kind of ride it. And so he's riding it a lot, but he's not the only one that's saying it's dead. And by the way, you got me looking in the back of videos going like, oh man, it does kind of seem a little slow. I just said it's because Fish and Larry isn't there.
That's true.
I keep saying like, it's because we're not there.
Yeah. I'm usually, one step in front of the police the whole trip I'm there. So, I love that. What's Sturgis?
Hey, Anonymous doesn't go to none of that stuff. So
he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. Here's the thing: he's anonymous. I wish I had his hats in my car because I keep it on my dashboard. I've been rocking it. But yeah, he sent me a hat. But yeah, he always says it, and I make a joke. I'm like, some people might think that we're the same person because we've never been in the same spot at the same time. But I also said that about him and Bearded Bobber too, because I've never seen him and Bearded Bobber together either.
Wasn't he on the ride?
No.
The Legends ride?
No.
Oh, he wasn't. Okay.
No.
I'm thinking of somebody else.
Yeah, if he was, he wasn't, like, he didn't say who he was, but I don't think I would recognize him, but I would know his voice because I watch Anonymous's stuff. I would know his voice and his build because he often. Hang on, I got this one over here. I'm Batman. But yeah, so hey, what's up, baby? I'm just BSing. I am live though. If you want to come say what up, no, come say what up. Go on a run? Yeah. This girl just asked me if I want to go on a run. Okay, come here. You're not even in screen. This will be. Just come in, get bubbly. Hang on. So this girl, she just switched schools. Get lower. She's 7 feet tall. So this girl got. And remember how I stopped everything I was doing to watch her play basketball? Do you remember that?
Yep.
After that, some things happened in the local school, our local high school. She goes to a different high school or went to a different middle school. Called me up and said, hey, would Minnow be willing to transfer school so I could put her on JV as a freaking 7th grader? So yeah, pretty cool. She did. So anyway, so she's freaking locked in, dog. So I worked a 13-hour shift yesterday, came home. We still went to the courts for an hour. We're not trying to talk about it, but that's why she wants to go jogging because we've been getting after it. Did you do your knee stretches and stuff? Yeah. So, oh, Larry running too. Larry, look at that. Larry getting in. Dang. Everybody, Larry in shape. Look at that motherfucker running, boy. Dang, Larry, you ain't even out of breath.
Turn the camera off.
Bro, you ain't even out of breath yet.
Right there.
Anonymous wants to know if you're dunking. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. But anyway, so we've been all in, and you know us, when we go all in, and yeah, good times. So anyway, that's why she was asking me about that. Hey, look at this, look at this picture. This one right here. Larry just got arrested. Yeah.
See what she did to Unc? See what he did? That's messed up. I sent him a picture from work, and he makes it into that.
Wait, what happened?
So he said he didn't nothing. He just sent me a regular picture, and I AI'd it to make it look. Anyway, I'll remove that. But yeah, so yeah. Oh, I was showing everybody a little bit of your sass in this video. Yeah, you were not in the mood. Yeah. So, what were we talking about? Anonymous being same. Yeah, we're not talking about none of that. Yeah. What else are you gonna charge it? Indecent exposure again, bro? See.
Oh, there's been a couple. I'm glad Minnow's right there, because I was going to tell a story and I caught myself.
Yeah. We gotta keep it PG-12 because she's 12. Yeah, we can go running. I'm actually gonna cook dinner here shortly. You hungry? What are we making again? Oh, tacos. Taco Monday. Yeah, we got avocado. We got it all. All right, I'm gonna end this in like 10 minutes, and we'll do something.
Okay, I'll just go and run by myself.
No. Why don't you do some of your shooting drills, and then I'll go running with you.
It's too sore for this boy. I'm an old lady.
She's an old lady. It's what happened. You work hard.
I'm an unk these days.
She's an unk, she says.
All right, see you, Minnow.
Hey.
But anyway, so kind of cool. Yeah. So she got a
Dad, we can stop just talking about me.
she got an offer to play JV, so that was pretty freaking cool. But we've been all in. So, but yeah, so Sturgis, bro, it seems maybe I'm just telling myself it wasn't fun because I missed out. Last year it was the 85th, so much bigger. Yeah, 5s and 0s are always bigger.
Yeah, and that is true. There's always a drop off right after like a 5 or a 0 year. There's always a drop off that next year.
Yeah.
So yeah, I actually. So side note, I wouldn't have been able to go this year anyway, even if I had the money. I wound up falling in my garage and bruising multiple ribs. So literally yesterday was the first day I felt good enough to even do anything. And I haven't been on a bike in 2.5 weeks.
Really?
Yeah. So
I haven't been on spicy in 60 fucking days.
Ooh. Yeah.
I mean, luckily I got that Scout, but you best your ass. I've been on that Scout. Oh, that's why you didn't go to Bob's? Because your ribs?
Yep.
Oh.
No, I didn't go to Bob's because we went to, what was that saying? Oh, I was working.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you had that weekend. Yeah. Anonymous is going to go to the 88.5 rally. Yeah.
And I know it's not great podcasting or YouTubing, man, but to rehash something you said earlier, it would be cool to do another event, like to get something else kicked off. I know I don't know if you've talked to people, or I'm sure you have, but everybody I talked about the Route 66 trip, the first thing they say to me is, so what are you going to do next year? I'm like, I don't know. I want to go ride, but it's, I want to ride somewhere. But I'm starting to get to the point where, as much as I love Sturgis and it's a great marketing opportunity for me, I love that ride. I don't know if anybody I don't know if there's anybody who realizes how much that changed my life. Like that ride changed my life. Anybody who didn't go, who's thinking about doing a ride like this in the future, do it, change your life. I've cried like maybe 15 times in my life, and one of those times I cried was on this ride when I finished this ride. So, and for those of you who don't know, I finished the ride a day after everybody else did. Fish, I don't know if you remember that whole deal.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got it. Yeah.
Yeah, I had electrical problems on my bike, and so the day that we were all everybody was finishing the ride at the pier, I was at a dealership getting my bike worked on, and then I stuck around the dealership till everybody else showed up and we all hung out and partied. It was like 3:00 by the time we left. So I didn't go to the pier until the next morning, but I was standing at the pier bawling like a baby because I just was such a great accomplishment. So if you guys, once again, Fish and Bearded, man, they put on a great show or a great ride, and lots of memories.
So, so Bearded wants to do something. I think we told you a little bit, but and I haven't committed. I'm trying. Me and Bearded were texting today. I haven't committed. I haven't. I always say this and I end up doing it, but I haven't committed yet. It's a big one though, and it's hard because it's West Coast. That's just the truth of it. So the fun thing about Route 66, except for like our Pennsylvania friends, our super East friends, which is obviously really hard. If it's a West Coast trip, I got to get out there and then I still got to get home. So it ends up being, but it's like, it was like that for everybody anyway. Mm-hmm. So we're debating on a couple of things. Well, one is a trip, like a tour, like we did this year, a tour, mm-hmm. Which by the way, the first couple of days, we definitely learned a lot. I don't think there's been Bearded's not here. We could do a thing, but we learned, like, we got a rhythm after a few days of how we wanted to operate it. First, it was a lot of nobody knew anybody. Like, really, I mean, there was a lot of strangers. We might have all had a person we knew together.
Hey, Larry.
Up.
Oh, here's my daughter and two of my nieces. They're
hey, it will be Eric to bring
I'm doing a live podcast on YouTube right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can we have a sleepover?
See, they're putting me on the spot.
Hey, Uncle Fish said yes.
Yes,
Uncle Fish said yes.
Yay!
You guys want pizza and Takis?
I love you.
Love you too.
Hey, tell him I'm Venmoing you some money for pizzas and Takis.
Cool.
Tell him Uncle Fish got Taki money. Don't hate because I didn't let Autumn get Takis today. I said, girl, you want a diet? We run it. I'm on a diet. We run it. So the idea was, how do we make it work? So we had an idea. We do a tour like we did this year, where it's a start and end. Everything's fine. We've also been shooting around the idea of a Legends weekend, where we just take over a freaking town for 3 or 4 days. And we just book out one hotel. So we're not packing up every day, because there was something to that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Where we had to pack up and it was a lot. Everybody has 2 weeks of gear, So that's an idea as well, trying to make it where we do a West Coast tour. And then maybe, we do a middle of the country, or even per se East Coast, or, something like that, where we do a weekend. Anyway, those are our ideas. We're super open, but the outcome was so good. The people we met, our community is so great that it only makes sense to do it again. There was zero, other than like cost and time. If we have funds and time, there was no other thing that would tell us not to do it again. You know what I mean? Yep. Here, so Anonymous says, the Legends weekend in Halen, Georgia, talk about amazing roads and riding the Smokies. So that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, that's exact. So I did a weekend trip once, or actually it was a Monday through Friday, or can't remember. You remember I said I work. He missed that part that I said I haven't been in studio for 7 days because I've worked every single day. But what do you call it? What was I saying? Oh, where we booked out a whole hotel for 7 days. But also just the factory. I just did the factory event. You didn't come to it either, but because we're only allowed to hang out once a year. But
there are laws against this.
Yeah, but we sold out a whole hotel, and we want to do it again. I'm talking to the factory, actually on a corporate level, to kind of like a bigger idea of how to make that bigger and better and more fun. So here's my vision. Tell me, whatever. There's like three of us in here. Here's my idea. I told them there's a drive-in movie theater in Spirit Lake, Iowa. How sick would it be if we convince them to play World's Fastest Indian for us one night? We all roll in. We watch the freaking movie, and I said, like, we'll pay for our tickets and stuff. Maybe pay a little extra and get like a Indian motorcycle blanket or this or that. Imagine that picture of 100, 200 motorcycles sitting at a drive-in, old school drive-in theater, watching World's Fastest Indian. Bro, how sick
that would be awesome.
And if somebody takes my freaking idea, it is what it is. But listen, I know I said it first. Okay, so anyway, that's what, and I didn't know they had a drive-in theater in Spirit Lake.
Yeah, that actually surprised me. I didn't realize that either.
No, but it is Iowa, so also that.
Stop it.
I should have asked.
Stop it.
Functional? I don't know. No, but anyway, so that I thought, so that's the thing I'm working on now. And I told them if they want to handle it, great. That's way. I'm about showing up for fun than planning the fun. We know that's true too. But also, I want that to happen so bad that I'm like, hey, I'll do the heavy lifting. So anyway, what else we got here? Come on, Larry. He missed you at the factory. Yeah.
I got to step my game up. I've been
anonymous bounced. We're good. Hey, what did you think about the political Indian motorcycle ad?
Oh, you already know, man. We actually, I think when the ad came out, you and I talked about it in the room, but I thought, I mean, I go back and forth, right? Because it's, as I think I even heard you say this, it's publicity. It was publicity, and it feels like that's what they did it for. It was a little under what we as Indian motorcycle riders, I think, would expect, because we're classy, right? I mean, well, classy-ish. We're a classier band of people, man, and so
we like to think we are class. Eric, Brad, those fuckers.
I actually have watched some of the video, either that you shot or that I shot. Yeah, we were probably not that classy, but
we are fucking hilarious, though.
You better get them.
Yeah, man. I was listening to the podcast you did. Just tell me the name quick.
Motorcycle Man.
Yeah, Motorcycle Man. I listened to your show that you did with him, and I was just laughing my ass off. I was like, this is pretty funny. Dude, we had so many great freaking times. Yeah, it has to be done again. We got to do a Legends thing. That's one reason why this whole Pikes Peak event that I'm going out to, I know Jason's pushing to go. There's been a few handful of people. The problem is I just can't commit to like actually riding with somebody because I got to get home, right? Like I have a goal. Like I told Tito, I said, my bike need to be going. Like I'm gonna go up to the mountain and I'm basically gonna hit it on the way down and we're gonna go. But anyway, this is one reason that's why I was talking to Bearded today. I'm like, bro, come on out. Come to Pikes Peak. Like, let's do this. Let's just have some fun. Pikes Peak they sponsored the ride. They sponsored the Legends ride. We're owing it to go out there to them and hang out. And so anyway, I know that Jason's looking at going. So yeah, he's there, boy. It was good. I don't know, man. I don't know what else to really talk about. I know I got to get jogging and cooking dinner now. It's been 2 hours.
All right. Well, hey, I think we should do, and I'm putting you on the spot now.
Okay.
I think we should do one of these once a month.
Once a month. Yeah, we could probably do that pretty easily. Should we do it on like, I could probably do like a weekday.
As long as it's after 5, I can do it.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about this off air, but let's say, because there's only a handful of us in here anyway. But I think a Wednesday would be real easy.
Yep.
I could do a Wednesday really easily. I pick up work on Fridays and Saturdays a lot. So So Ruin Seeker Moto says he's leaving Wednesday or Thursday. So here's the thing. So Larry, can you go?
Like
He's
this Wednesday?
No, this would be September 9th or 10th is when he's looking at leaving. To be fair, the 11th, which is the Friday, that's the day of the Pikes Peak ride, just so everybody knows.
Okay.
And then that whole day is booked because I'm going to do the ride in the morning with the kickstands up at 11, but like meet at the dealership at 9:30. And we'll have some pastries and coffee or whatever. And then kickstands up at 11 a.m. We'll go to the mountain, come back down.
That's the start of school.
Oh, I mean, she's sixth grader.
Yeah, that's
Middle schooler. She's good. She won't even remember.
Um,
Anyway, and then just so everybody that's listening knows my plans. And then after we get down that evening, September 11th in the evening, after the dealership closes, 6 to 9 is bike night, but it's a Pikes Peak Indian motorcycle bike night. It is not there's a cigar lounge coming in. There's food trucks coming in. So yeah, and then the next day, the 12th, is their actual 7th anniversary party event, where that's their anniversary party is the Saturday. But we made it into 2 days basically with a day 0 bike night kind of thing. I say they were going to do the bike night regardless, but I started it up. I'm going to just take credit. We'll just say I started it last year and they ran with it this year. And so yeah. So, I'm done with the school thing. Oh, there we go. Shots and food. That's basically the day 0 bike night party. Just saying, shots and food and cigar lounge.
Rowan, I'll hit you up. I'll hit you up after this. I'll text you.
Trying to put you on the spot.
But as you guys, and we probably haven't shared a lot of these stories, but I think those of us who were on the ride know I like to have a good time. And if anybody listens to this now or after,
I'm going to hang on. And I just had to get rid of the comment so the Eric part would pop up so people could see that. I had it covered. My bad. I had to bring that up.
But anybody who knows me knows if you can't have a good time with me around, you are dead. You are probably not alive. So, but yeah, I'll hit you guys up later. Where'd Fred go?
I just dropped off because I was scared about that good time. I had to tip out. So I got standards, bro. I got fucking standards.
Don't let the button-down shirt fool you right now. Yeah.
Yeah. So speaking of, hang on,
my man.
Hey guys,
my man.
Hang on, I had to pop that up. That's also a button-down shirt. Let's let y'all know right now.
Wait a minute.
By the way,
they got you about 5'7" cap.
Hey. Oh boy.
So many stories for people who are not, man. We might have to do like a fireside chat.
I'll be down. I'll be down. Hang on, I'm gonna just do one thing. I'm just gonna do this because Martin popped in, and I've done this a couple of times already today, as you've watched. But I'm just gonna share this screen. If you guys look, Martin is on this list of my members, so I'm just shouting him out. We had a great time. So Ruin Seeker Moto, Martin, a lot of the guys in this Throttle and Iron are on this list of members that support my channel. Thank you guys. So I just want to show you, Martin. I've already shown this a couple times. So here's your shout out in this live. I was editing a little earlier and whatever, but anyway, yeah, I just wanted to show that. My bad, Larry.
And Ruin Seeker, you'll see me at that the first Tuesday. I was actually there last night for something else, for a Timberwolves thing, so I'll be there. I'll be there Tuesday.
Wait, will you wear a Timberwolves thing?
Yeah.
No,
not part. No, I'm not part of the organization. No, it was a podcast that they were doing, and
Wait, hey, send me
the,
that podcast. Oh, send me that podcast. I'm trying to listen to that.
Oh, I wasn't on it. No, I was part of the audience. It was all good. It was.
Well, send me the
yeah.
podcast so I can listen to it.
Will do, man. Will do.
I'm about to go back to work again for like 40 hours when I go to work right now.
Yeah, I won't promote another podcast on your show, but yeah, it was a podcast.
Oh, hang on, you act like I give a shit. If anybody don't know, go to Ruin Seeker Moto and go like and subscribe. He has a YouTube channel, Anonymous Biker USA. He has a YouTube channel, really good one. Go check his stuff out. Matter of fact, he just got a Harley. I know he already left, but he got a Harley. What's the one that I like with the big old fat tire? Breakout. And I was like, when he got that, I messaged him. I said, man, that's the Harley I would get tomorrow. What's the Harley you'd get tomorrow? And then we got to go. But what's the Harley you'd get tomorrow?
Anymore, but the Fat Bob.
Now you got to make one. They're making it today. What are they making today? Don't lie.
Nothing. No. I mean, I'd probably go with a Street Glide, but that's the easy answer, right? Yeah.
That is. Hey, can we talk about one more thing real quick?
Hell
Okay,
yeah.
so remember we were talking about industry was talking about the Me Too bike. What was that? What did they say that was back then? Do you remember the Me Too bike? Okay, I'm just gonna give you a cheat code. It was the Black Street Glide.
Yeah. Okay.
It was Black
Yeah.
Street Glide was the Harley Davidson Me Too bike. Let me tell you, that also was the cheapest bike because they weren't upcharged for black.
Mhm.
I didn't think
Yes.
anything of it until now. The new Me Too bike is gunmetal gray and chrome.
Mhm.
That's also their cheapest bike.
Hmm.
Gunmetal gray because they started upcharging for black. So people are buying their cheapest bagger. CVO ST 121. That's the bike he'd get.
Rune Seeker, I've ridden many Sportsters and I've hated every experience I've ever had on a Sportster. And I know that's like a super unpopular opinion, but whenever I get off that bike, I feel like I've been riding it for another 45 minutes. Like it's just so, it vibrates so much.
I want to chopper out of a Thunderstroke
Sportster
motor.
S. The Sportster S is the one I would get. Real talk. I rode the
Okay.
Sportster S and I was like, okay, this bike ain't bad.
Dude, it's badass, actually. I popped a
Yeah.
wheelie on that bitch. It was like a Scout and an FTR had a baby. That's how I felt
Yes.
a Sportster S was.
Yep, exactly.
It was like a Scout and an FTR had a baby. Yeah. So Martin says the CVO ST 121. Definitely I'd get the Breakout with a 135 because we're talking, whatever. All right. Yeah, let's run it back. Since I've been on here for a while, I didn't get nothing done. I did a little, kind of, not really, but whatever. I felt like I was here, if that makes sense. Hanging out with everybody. Those are my things. Yeah, that's it, bro. Let's do it. Let's think of a Wednesday. I can do Wednesdays usually. That's
All
my
right.
day that I'm normally home. Maybe next Wednesday. Let's just run it back quick.
And this will be kind of like a flashback to the early days.
Yeah. See, people
Right,
were
right,
at. Yeah. Here it's in. I still have it here, bro.
Yep.
This. So people that Curtis Sawyer, he don't do this no more, but he was a genuine friend of mine for years, and he bowed out. For lots of reasons, mostly just his own thing. But that dude helped me so much. Like come up, I should say, taught me a lot. Talk about knowledge. That guy had so much knowledge about motorcycling in general, especially the Indian brand. And it's kind of funny because him and I did a podcast in Sturgis at Indian Motorcycle of Sturgis. And so watching Thought on an Iron do that, I was like, yeah, that brings me back. You guys did a freaking awesome job. So, hey, here's real quick. You're talking about Perfect Chopper. Dude, I want to do a chopper on with a Thunderstroke motor.
Oof. Ooh,
That'd be
good
sick.
Lord.
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Light
All right.
Ooh, sweet.
Wednesday.
All right.
Let's think about Wednesday. Let's get some show topics together. We'll just do a chill one like this Wednesday evening. Maybe like 6 p.m., 7 p.m.
Sounds great.
Our local Central Standard Time. All right.
And this time I'll make sure I text you. We'll communicate. We'll make this happen.
Okay. Let's do
Give
it.
the people what they want, baby. Let's do
All
it.
right. Yeah. Let's go. All right, guys. Ruin says, find me a cheap one. I wonder if he's talking about a Thunderstroke. We could probably, or he probably doesn't care. He just wants to make a chopper. we show up with like.
You can't give them a lawnmower engine or something. No.
All right, man. Cool. Let's go. Let's let this go. I'm gonna go jogging, believe it or not. And then next week, Wednesday. Let's go.
All right.
All right, cool,
Sounds
man.
good.
Hey, thanks for popping in.
Hey, no problem.
Yeah.
No problem. You guys take care, and everybody on here take care, man.
Yep. Ride hard, ride fast. That is somebody you. By the way, I'm fucking glistening over here. Ride hard, ride fast. That is somebody you don't know. Peace.